Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera. Very good morning to everyone, ladies and gentlemen, all the participants for the today webinar. I'm Muhammad Anuar bin Arshad. I'm from School of Management, University Science, Malaysia. And uh, actually, I involved in this community engagement or community project quite sometimes before. And prior to this, I was involved in knowledge transfer program, KTP. And in that program, I'm actually exposed in what you call that, evaluating, yeah, assessing all the some of knowledge transfer program all over Malaysia. And from there, I also been appointed as the expert panel assessor in assessing good, I mean, the quality of the project uh, conducted by the participants or by the researcher. And then from there, actually, I then invited by BGIM to be part of their team again in actually um, what you call that, managing, monitoring, as well as sharing my knowledge and understanding on the community project or community program. A little bit about me, yeah, just for introduction purpose. Prior joining an academic, I was involved in the with some or various private sector. Um, I involved with um, manufacturing company as well as plantation company uh, and also a services company. So in during that time, actually, I've been working in the private industry for almost 8 years, and then uh, I I joined academic uh, uh, institution. Yeah. So all in all, so industrial experiences and academic experiences. I think there are about uh, 20 years, maybe, yeah, 20 years of experience. Yeah. But I'm still learning, yeah, and there are a lot more to learn out there, yeah, actually, and I'm really commit myself with this what you call it, community activity since before, yeah, and I actually feel very lucky to be part of this team, and I feel you know, when we have knowledge and we not to say that we are an expert, but we have knowledge and we have something to share with the community. Yeah, so we feel I mean, in a satisfaction, yeah, where we know that we may not be able to sell all the knowledge given by the God, but we are able to share, and it will became a benefit to the people or the recipients. Yeah, that's the reasons why I also what we call that actively involved in conducting training program, because my area is human resource development, yeah, human resource development. So I involve a lot of uh, uh, in conducting a lot of training program related to management aspect, related to human resource management or human resource development aspect, and from there I can say that the satisfaction, yeah, is much higher, is much greater, because we are able to help others maybe with our knowledge, and people I mean, able to improve and develop themselves with the knowledge sharing session. Yeah. So as for today, yeah, I would like to say thank you very much to Encik Hamzah for being our MC for today, and also had invited me to conduct this program. Yeah. And I hope that with this knowledge sharing session, all of us will be benefited uh, uh, through this session, and we are able to share, yeah, to impart our knowledge for the benefit of others. Yeah, it it doesn't mean that when I'm the speaker of this session, I am much knowledgeable as compared to the people who are attending this seminar. I know that there are some others who are much what we call that knowledgeable or much expert than me in within this area, and I hope that I also can learn from the participants as well for this morning. Okay, just a little what we call that additional information. Actually, this session actually taken the module for today is taken from this book, the University Community Engagement Leadership Toolkit, where we in a team have developed this book. It is more or less like handbook, to all the academics or lecturers or researchers who want to actually translate their research, what we call that, product or their research outcome to be implemented or to be used by the community, or how our research product or research outcome actually can help, the community, either to improve their well-being, either to improve their income. So it may help in many ways, when we try to make use the knowledge and the research, what you call that, findings that we have, and one best thing that I can assure you that your satisfaction, your happiness will be much more greater. Yeah. Okay. If you are referring to this book, and if you want to buy this book, you can contact Inja Hamza, from BGM USM. So it is a second chapter in this book, second module in this book, with regard to the community engagement model. Okay, without further delay, so I would like to share my slides for today. So prior to that, is my voice clear enough?
Yes, Doctor.
All right. Thank you very much for the feedback. Yeah. All right. If you have any question, for example, throughout along the way when I'm actually giving my explanation, sharing my inputs, you can always ask questions. Yeah. So it is more or less like a two-way communication or free flow kind of session. So I would like to welcome any questions or any sharings when you are uh, having something in mind. And then I hope that it will be a very interactive kind of session. Yeah. All right. So I would like to welcome all the participants, either they are from University Science Malaysia or you are coming from other university in Malaysia. So I hope that this is something where it can enhance our understanding on the topic that we will discuss today. Okay, so all right. So now we are having this. Can you see the slides now?
Yes, Doctor.
All
Yes,
right.
Doctor.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. The module that we will be talking today is about the community engagement model. If we look into this community engagement project, this is more or less the core thing within the community engagement project. Having a greater and better understanding on community engagement model will help you a lot in designing, in developing a good project. Yeah. And it will transform your ideas into a impactful kind of program. Yeah. uh, Nowadays, when we look into the community project, yeah, community project, most of the time, when we have that project conducted or organize a program for community, we always witness that it is only a one-off program. One-off program where I still remember our previous vice chancellor said that uh, as a university lecturers or as a university, we should produce a program which is impactful or giving high impact to the community. So it is not one-off program, or it is just like a service to the community. Yeah, it is a service to the community. So we don't want that kind of program. Yeah, since we have a lot of expertise in the university, so we have to produce a project, or we have to develop and run a program that give high impact, equivalent to the knowledge, to the expertise of the academicians or academia in the university. So uh, we are not just what we call it publishing a paper, yeah, for the researchers to use the information that we share in the journals or in our publications, but now we want to practice it, or we want to translate it into a real world where our close neighbors, our close community uh, actually can benefit from the knowledge and expertise that we have. Yeah, we are not looking at the customers or the what we call the recipients far from our country or far from our state, far from our village. Yeah, but we should actually try to benefit the people who are close with us, or the people within our own country, within our own state first, to the knowledge that we have created through our research. This is the aspirations of our previous Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Asma Ismail, and she said that we should go more for this. Yeah, and I feel it is really true, or more than 100% true, the opinion or the idea of Professor Dr. Asma uh, in the past, yeah, before she left University Science Malaysia. Okay, so as a researcher, as an academia who really want to come out with a good program, impactful program, so this module actually will help you to design, to develop a program that can give what we call that impact, and that will help the community, the people that you love surrounding you, in enhancing their well-being as well as their economy. All right. Okay, so the objective of this module is actually first to develop, yeah, a community engagement program, or to design a project. So in designing and developing community program, you are not just an
Faham macam tak,
executor.
Doktor? Doktor boleh project slide, Doktor, besarkan.
Alright, right. Boleh. Alright, is it okay, Hamza?
Oh, okay, Doktor.
Alright, yeah. For the first objective, actually this module is meant to uh, develop a designer of a program. It is not just an executor or implementer, but an academia a researcher is there to be the developer or the designer of the program. Yeah, it is not just executing, implementing, or operationalizing, but we have to first come up with a proper design, yeah, of the program. So again, I would like to quote our professor, Dr. Asma, yeah, said that university by design. Yeah, so this is about program by design. Yeah, so then we would like to ensure, so we can ensure that at least on paper, yeah, uh, uh, our project, our program is very, very impactful, right? And then the second objective of this module is to help the designer to design an impactful program or project outcome. Yeah, impactful program and then also impactful outcome. And the third objective is to create a leader and not just an executor to the program or project. So as a researcher, as an academia, we are there to lead, yeah, our team to come out with an impactful project or program. So it means that as a leader, we need to be someone who know what we are doing. And as a leader, we are very determined on what we are doing, and we know the predicted outcome of our project or program. So a leader with a vision, a leader with a mission, yeah, where we want to help the community, where we want to promote the research findings or the research product that we have for the benefit of the community. And then the fourth objective is to assist the designer to come out with a convincing program or project for successful collaboration and funding. Bear in mind that when we run or conduct or develop a community project, it is not just us alone in operationalizing that project. It is about the academia, it is about the researcher from an institution, either it is University Science Malaysia, University Kebangsaan Malaysia, or any other universities in Malaysia, with a group of community. Yeah, either it is in Penang or in Selangor, in Kedah, or all over the states in Malaysia. Yeah, but then when institution, community, then there will be others. Yeah, for example, like a community leaders or government agencies or local authorities, which may help, yeah, in maximizing the impact and the outcome of the project. We cannot work alone, or we cannot just work with the community. We need other hands to help us in order to maximize the impact and outcome of the project, so that the project can be replicated, or the project can be something sustainable, yeah, throughout the years, and we just improvise a little bit here and there to make it relevant and useful to the community surrounding us. Yeah, because of this collaboration and because of this funding, yeah, we need some other people to inject certain amount of money into the project. Yeah, for example, like uh, CSR, corporate social responsibility from the private industry. Yeah, or some allocation from the government agency, or some funding from the non-governmental agency, NGO, non-governmental organizations, yeah, or non-profit organization. So we have to come up with something convincing, yeah, to these people. When they look at our proposals, then they are able to give hand to our project, and they are able to be part of this project. And the fifth objective, of this module is actually to translate the aspirations of the university for society. Yeah. So we, as a university, we are no longer just want to produce people with knowledge or theoretical knowledge or laboratory-based knowledge, but we want to actually uh, be a university that can help to solve the problem of the community, or to we call that initiate some innovation or creativity to the current way of doing things in the community or in the society or even in the industry. So we want to be a university that relevant, a university that talking something real, and can give an immediate hope, can give an immediate solution to the community as well as to the industry. Yeah, so this is the main 5 objectives, of this module, and we can only what we call that deeply understand this module when we do the activities or when we come up with the proposal. So we will go into that slowly throughout this session. Community engagement model comprised of 9 essential components, which are: first is community or beneficiary. It is a must, because of it is between the institution or the academia or researcher to the community. It is a must, And then second item is about community relationship. The third element is channels. The fourth element is value proposition. Next is about key partners, key resources, structure, and last but not least is about output or outcome stream. Yeah, this 9 component needs to be blended together, and it has to be developed, one after another, for us to come up with a impactful program and impactful project. Yeah, let's look into the details of these 9 components. Okay. This is the community engagement model. Yeah, if you look at this screen, you can see there are 9 elements being put in on one canvas. Yeah. All right. If let me explain to you one by one, in order for us to have a better and clearer understanding on what it means by community or beneficiary and so forth. All the 9 elements in this community engagement model. Yeah. Okay. When we want to conduct a program, first of all, if we are an academia, yeah, or we are a researcher. Normally, this is like from the institution to the community. Yeah, I would like to explain in such way first. Yeah, from the institutions to the community. Yeah. So first of all, we have to think about who needs help. We have an expertise, we have a knowledge, we have a what we call a product, but who need that product? Who need that help? Who need that knowledge? Yeah. So definitely there will be a community of beneficiaries. Either they are coming from the community or they are coming from the industry. So or many other source of the uh, needy community. Yeah. So this program or this project is meant to serve one or several community segments. Yeah. So as I said earlier, so the thing that we want to offer to the community, to the industry, is about the product or services, innovations, or quality of life enhancement of community. Yeah, because of in the university, they are multi resources, multi experts, yeah, either in the aspect of engineering, either they are in the aspect of sciences, arts, yeah, in the management, for example, pure arts, yeah. So we have that expertise, we have that knowledge, but how can we use that product to help the community? Then we have to search for the people who want or who need our product, yeah, or in demand to our expertise and knowledge to help them to solve their problem or to upgrade their well-being. The next after that box, yeah, who needs help? Then we go into the second box here. How do you interact? Yeah, how do you interact with the community? Yeah, how you build your relationship with the community? Yeah. So community relationship is about establishing and maintaining your relationships, your engagement with the community. Yeah. People don't know you. People don't know what kind of knowledge that you have, what sort of expertise that you have, what kind of product that you have, what sort of innovation that you have. So as a researcher, as an academia, so you should tell people, you should promote the knowledge that you have. There might be a people in the community, yeah, in the society who need your expertise. So you can use this media social. For example, now media social seems to be very effective medium, yeah, in engaging yourself to the potential or prospect communities or prospect users of the knowledge and innovation. Yeah. So you can use Facebook, Instagram, web page, and then you can also, for example, conduct a dialogue. Yeah. In the mass media or in the what we call that, the mainstream of media, for example, television. Yeah, we can create a forum, and also we can create like a series of lecture about our expertise and so forth. Yeah. So when we do this, we have to be very sure about our knowledge. We have to be very sure about our innovation, yeah, and so forth. So from there, we promote and tell people, offer our service, offer our expertise. Yeah. So then we start collecting the response and the interests of the public or the society. So this is how we build our relationships. Yeah. With the people. Okay. So next is about the how we engage, yeah, or how we build our relationship with the public or with the community and society. Next after that, yeah, uh, is about medium that we use, the channels that we use in actually delivering our expertise, delivering our knowledge. If we look at the community relationship, we use this what can that content-based information in the social media. Yeah, content-based. Yeah, we share our knowledge. But then the channels here is about the value proposition are delivered to community through communication, distribution, and delivery channels. So channels, we have to be very what we call that selective. Sometimes if you want to attract the youngsters, yeah, youngsters about the innovation, about the knowledge, about the product, so we may use a social media. For example, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it is very handy to all the youngsters, for example. And if you would like to, for example, engage, yeah, with the about adult people or professionals, yeah, you may want to go to the Facebook, yeah, Instagram, or in the newspaper, bulletin, and so forth. Yeah, this is the channel where you can share the contents, yeah, of your knowledge. And in a certain strategy, yeah, for example, like you want to target the public at large, people at large, yeah, you go to the, for example, TV, television to promote, a radio to promote, as well as your maybe like you have your YouTube channel to promote, and also you can uh, publish your information in the LinkedIn, yeah, link it, yeah, link it, and then some other professional channels about your knowledge and expertise. Other than that, physically, face-to-face kind of activities, or through the, what we call that, this WebEx, yeah, online, we can have like briefing and also visitation to the government agencies, to the schools, for example, to public community, and we do, or we organize a, what we call that, public talk, public awareness about the expertise and knowledge that we have, to give some sort like a initial knowledge and awareness to the public. So this is channel. So channel is something where you have to choose. You can go for all, for example, and you just like randomly go and disseminate knowledge through all the channels that you have. But you may not go to the specific target where you predict that they may want your knowledge. They might need your expertise. Yeah. So choosing or selecting the appropriate channel will ensure that you are able to quickly link yourself, engage yourself with the targeted community, and they are able to show their interest quickly to the knowledge and expertise that you are sharing with them. Yeah. All right. And next we go into the box where we talk about value proposition. Yeah. This is about value proposition. Value proposition is about the knowledge, expertise, or the value within the university or within the research institutions. Yeah, it is a product, it's a research outcome, it is research output, or it is a we call that new knowledge or something new that we want to share with the people. Yeah, it's a value that we want to offer to the public. Yeah, so it seeks to solve community problem and need with value proposition. Yeah. For example, here we say that research finding from academia or research institution. Yeah. We are here to solve. We are here to help. We are here to assist with the knowledge that we have in the university, in our school, for example. Then the interested party, the interested community might contact us based on the knowledge that we share through the social media or through the channel that we choose to share our knowledge. Yeah. Okay. Next is about key partners. Yeah. Key partners is about some activities are leveraged and some resources are acquired outside the university. So as I said earlier, that when we want to conduct a good and impactful community project, we cannot just do it between us, a university, and the community. It's two party only, or two uh, group only. It is university and the community. But then we might need help from the government agency. We might need help from the NGO. We might need help from the industry. Yeah. For example, like yeah, if you want to conduct a program for what we call that handicapped children, handicapped children. So first, for example, you are coming from the university. What knowledge that you want to transfer? For example, you want to enhance or add the knowledge of the blind people. So as a university, you will come. You have the resources. For example, you have the braille, you have the technology, you have the expertise in the university who can engage themselves. Yeah, with this project. Yeah, and then you need a, for example, like blind associations. Yeah, then they will help you to find, for example, to search for what we call that, a group of children with this kind of handicap, yeah, and then sort out what sort of improvement or innovation needed by this group of people. And then you can go to the Jabatan Kebajikan Masyarakat, for example, may look into some other what you call it, financial assistance, some other expertise within their authority. So then you engage yourself with many uh, parties, yeah, in order to make your project impactful and to make sure you are able to execute the project smoothly, yeah. So you have to identify who else, yeah, who are the key partners, who are the partners that can help you to execute that project successfully. Yeah, this is the key partners. So prior to run the project, in developing your proposals, in designing your project. Next, we look into the next box, which is key activities, mean how do you do it? Yeah. So in this box, yeah, it will explain to you about the activities to deliver the community's value propositions, channel relationships, and outcome stream. Yeah. So what are the activities involved? Normally, we will look into the process flow or the activity process. Yeah, the activity process. Yeah, process 1, process 2, process 3, for example, the step that you want to run the program. Yeah, the activities involved. Yeah. So in the industry, for example, or in the small and medium industry, for example, we look into the manufacturing process, or we may look into a specific uh, activity, which is packaging process. We look into the marketing process. We look into the promotion and so forth. Or we look into the what we call that, skill development. Yes, skill development among the handicapped people or disabled people. Yeah, for example, the skill development process. First step, second step, third step, until the end of the process. This is about the activities. Who will involve in the first activities? Who will involve the second activity? So you list down all the activities, you put it into a flow till you end, and then from there you are able to more or less like identify how much time's needed in one process, and then after how long it can go to the second process, third process. So this is the activities. So when we talk about activities, we also have to look at the measurement. How do we measure? Yeah, the activities is really impactful or not, or the activities producing the expected outcome or not, or the activities is successful or not. So we have to also come up with the measurement within the activities to ensure that the activities is properly done and it reached to the expected outcome. Yeah. So this is all the activities. Yeah. And then after that, we also look into the key resources. Yeah, when we do the activities, we have to know what are the resources that we need. Yeah, in this part in that program. Yeah, so key resources are the assets required to offer and deliver the community's value proposition and channels, relationship, and output outcome streams. Yeah, so there are four main four M. Yeah, normally we call that in the operation, we call that 4 M's. Yeah, which is man, materials, money, and machine. So when we talk about men, who are the participants? Who are the traders? Who are the facilitators? These are all within the main. And material, what sort of like what we call reading materials, maybe the supporting materials, what are the main materials, the equipments, yeah, machines, yeah, raw materials, all that involved in that project. We have to list down that, and we have to calculate the cost. And then also money. So if it is coming from the grant, from the community grant, and then we may need some other assistance from maybe state government or local authorities, yeah, from the NGOs. So we need to what we call that, make sure the budget is enough, yeah, for us to operationalize the project. So we have to look for the funders, yeah, not just from the grant. It may the grant may not give enough, but then we have to look for from other sources like donations, yeah, crowdfunding and so forth. And finally, it's about machines, yeah. Machine is not materials. Yeah? I'm so sorry, just machine is about the equipment, yeah, that we may need to use throughout the process. Yeah, for example, if we talk about manufacturing, yeah, we are manufacturing of belacan, for example. So what sort of machines that we need? Yeah, we would like to what we call produce a stingless bees honey, yeah, madu kelulut. So what sort of machine? Yeah, we need Hilda machine, for example, to refine, yeah, the honey to make it what we call that, to extract water from the honey to make sure the honey can the shelf life of the honey is longer, and then the quality is much better, for example. So we need to identify the machines, yeah, then we are able to make to come up with a very good project proposal with a very good costing, so that when we run the project, so we did not uh, miss out a core uh, resources which is needed for us to execute the project. Yeah. So, and then what will it cost? Yeah, we talk about the cost structure, we talk about the activities, we talk about the key resources, and then we put it into the financial kind of costing. Yeah, we come up with the costing of the project, and then this is where we may need to what we call allocate some budget for men, some budget for materials, and some budget for machines. Yeah, in order to run the project. Yeah, and then finally, we talk about the output or outcome stream. Yeah. Here, when we talk about output or outcome streams, yeah, it is not just in terms of dollars and cents, where we can justify the outcome or the output of the program in terms of dollars and cents, where we would like to heighten the economic, what we call that, the income of the society, but it also can be, yeah, the community well-being, the quality of life of the society. For example, like now we can see there are people uh, who experience high depressed, yeah, due to the MCO, due to the pandemic of COVID-19. And recently, what really shocked us that the suicide case, yeah, suicide cases is increasing. And it's really frightening that we don't know who will go next into this kind of unethical, or we can say that immoral kind of uh, act, yeah. But then uh, where can we help this group of people? How can we help this group of people? Yeah, for example, in University Science Malaysia, we have our counseling, online counseling, what you call it, tele-counseling, yeah, or online counseling. We provide for our students. Actually, we provide to for our staff in University Science Malaysia, in order to ease up the pressure that they take every day, because this is an accumulative kind of pressure. And why it becomes so heavy, also so what we call that, great, and it becomes so stressful because of, first, we unable to socialize ourselves in the normal way as what we did before. For example, like those days, people also having stress, people also having problem, people also depressed, but they have many ways to actually release or relieve all those kind of stress. They can go for sports activity, they can go to gym to have their physical fitness, they can go for social activities like they go out for dinner, they go out having a chit chat session with their friends, they go visiting their parents, and then so there are so many activities that they can channel out their stress, they can relieve of their stress. Yeah, even meeting their colleagues in the office also can help them. So this is more or less like the uh, employees' well-being. Yeah, there is nothing to count in terms of dollars and cents, but we are able to increase the happiness index of the community. Yeah, so we we must know and we must be able to determine what sort of outcome or what sort of impact, whether that impact will be long term, whether that impact will be short term, or how could that outcome actually help to solve the problem or improve their life, improve their income. So all these need to be calculated in advance or need to be determined in advance. So that is the reasons why when we talk about community engagement project, we talk about community engagement program, the academia or the researcher is the designer, the leader. Yeah, you are not just an ordinary members, you are not just an executor or implementer, but you are a leader. When you are a leader, you must have your vision, you must have your mission, you know what you are doing, you know what is expected from that program, and you know how to solve the problem, or you know how to make the problem successful if anything happen along the way. Yeah, by having a proper proposal based on this community engagement model, where you go one by one, you fill up all these criteria one by one in your proposal making, yeah, in developing your proposal or project, then you are able to what we call that ensure at least 70 or 80% success of the project. Yeah, because of you know what you are doing, you are very sure who will involve in this and who can help you. So with this amount of money, it is enough to run this project. Yeah, more or less. So then the assurance, the confidence in yourself is there, and you are able to convince people, the collaborator, the partners, the funders, yeah, to attract their interest, to attract their cooperation in helping you to run the project for community. So basically, these are the 9 elements that we as a designer, as a leader for the project or program need to understand thoroughly before we come up with our project. So this is how, yeah, uh, a project designer, a project leader are able to transform or translate their idea into an impactful program or project without going through these details. Yeah, then we might miss important item here and there, and that's how when we run the project, then we stuck here and there, and it may cause failure to the project or the program because we are unable to foresee what are the things that may involve or may needed in the project to be successful, right? So this is the core thing or the heart of the community engagement project. This is the soul. So without having a proper understanding on these 9 elements, we are afraid and we worry that the project cannot be executed successfully. Yeah, this is based on our experiences when we actually going through or assessing the knowledge transfer program before, yeah, because there is knowledge for society as well, or university for society. The initial stage, it is a very, very good, yeah, program. Yeah, knowledge transfer program is very good. Yeah, and then actually it is a very noble idea. Yeah, because we want to translate what we have in our university, what we have in our laboratory to the people at large, yeah, to the community. But then when we go through, because it is the first, what we call that, initial project, the first project, so we may not be able to really investigate or properly guide them on how to come up with a very good project. Yeah. So from that experiences, yeah, we come up and we evaluate, we do all the analysis, and we found out that this community engagement model is highly needed, is greatly needed to guide an academia or to guide the researchers to come up with a proper program and a very good design of the program to translate an idea to impactful outcome. Yeah. So this is about community engagement model. So as for now, I would like to open for Q&A session, because I think that if I'm keep on talking, so people may lose their focus, may lose their attention. So we take a short break here for question and answer. If any of the participants have questions or need clarification, so we can go for that. Hamzah, Encik Hamzah,
Ya, saya ada di sini.
any questions so far? Ada soalan setakat ni?
Okey, jadi kalau ikutkan, kadang-kadang bila kita buat planning, kita akan kena foresee jugalah apa masalah yang akan sampai. Tapi andai kata disebabkan kekurangan pengalaman dalam membuat projek, jadi kadang kita tak nampak masalah tu. Jadi adakah sebagai macam nak mulakan untuk apply grant ni, kalau kita tak nampak masalah ataupun sebab mungkin examiner akan nampak tapi sebagai pemohon tak nampak. Jadi macam mana tu doktor? Sebagai
Okey. Okey, sebagai seorang akademia, ya, ataupun penyelidik, ya, kalau kita berminat untuk memohon program atau projek seperti ini, first, pertama dia mesti kena betul-betul hadamlah apa dia community engagement model ni, apa yang elemen-elemen yang ada dalam community engagement model. Dia kena hadam betul-betul. Ya, bila dia dah hadam, dia faham, dia cuba sebaik mungkin untuk mengisi setiap kotak ni sebaik mungkin. Ya. Bila dia dah isi, contohnya bila dia dah isi, dia boleh either review balik apa yang dia dah isi ni dengan komuniti. Kalau katalah dia dah, biasanya kita dah identify the community, ya, kita dah kenal pasti komuniti mana yang kita nak tolong dan komuniti mana yang datang untuk meminta pertolongan. Maka kita cuba berbincang dulu dengan dia, dapatkan semaksimal input, maklumat daripada dia. Itu satu kaedah untuk kita mengelakkan daripada kesalahan yang banyak. Satu. Kedua, kaedah yang kedua adalah kalau kita seorang akademia atau researcher, kita mungkin juga melibatkan kita punya partners, ya, orang yang mungkin menjadi rakan projek kita, ya, rakan projek kita ni juga kita boleh consult dia, ya, berdasarkan proposal yang kita develop, apakah ada lagi mungkin dari sudut materials, daripada sudut mesin atau daripada sudut keuangan yang mungkin akan mengganggu projek ini daripada berjaya, dan mereka juga boleh memberikan kita input, ya, untuk menambah baik. Jadi dua orang ini ataupun dua rakan kita ini, rakan komuniti dan rakan projek kita ini akan dapat membantu kita, ya, untuk menyediakan satu kertas cadangan yang terbaiklah, paling tidaknya minimum ataupun minor comment saja daripada pemberi dana ataupun yang pemberi geran tersebut. Ya, ini kaedah yang harus diambil kira lah.
Ya, menarik tu doktor, sebab saya rasa saya nampak bila yang lepas pun sama. Lepas kita lebih fokus kepada macam mencari key partner yang bagus. Jadi saya rasa itu input yang bagus lah untuk saya. Saya rasa sebab dia bergabung lah, ada jalinan antara pencarian rakan partner yang bagus dan juga kita daripada situ pun boleh dapatkan output yang elok lah. Saya ada
Ya.
satu soalan yang sama juga doktor. Contohnya, soalan sama saya bagi pada minggu lepas berkenaan dengan komuniti. Sebab komuniti ni pun bila kita melaksanakan program, komuniti ni pun juga menjadi elemen yang penting untuk mendapatkan output yang bagus. Jadi andai kata komuniti pada mulanya bersemangat tetapi di pertengahan bermasalah. Mungkin waktu kita adakan perjumpaan tak datang. Bila kita berikan tugasan ataupun aktiviti untuk kita menjayakan kita punya program tapi dia pun tak memberi komitmen. Jadi untuk dari sudut nak mencapaikan output tu doktor, untuk kemudian tu macam mana tu doktor?
Okey, baik Encik Hamzah ya. Okey, pengalaman saya dalam menjadi penilai kepada knowledge transfer program punya projek ya, projek-projek komuniti daripada KTP ya. Ada beberapa punca ataupun sebab kenapa projek itu gagal di pertengahan ataupun di penghujungnya gagal ya, mendapat komitmen yang baik terutamanya daripada peserta. Pertama projek itu tidak dijelaskan secara transparent kepada peserta. Ya, maksudnya apa yang berlaku secara realitinya macam mana, apa yang akan terlibat, berapa lama projek itu, kalau dia boleh menjana keuangan, berapa lama dia boleh menjana keuangan, berapa banyak dia boleh menjana keuangan. Jadi semua itu tidak jelas di peringkat awal projek itu dibawa kepada komuniti. Ya, maksudnya leader, project leader, kita kata ini project leader ni tidak tahu apa dia nak buat. Dia tidak ada ilmu yang cukup untuk dia memberi faham. Dia bukan meyakinkan, memberi faham kepada komuniti untuk mereka membuat satu keputusan untuk turut serta atau tidak. Ya, kita panggil sebagai contract psychology ya, contract psychology, di mana contract psychology ini perlu ada di antara akademia dan peserta ya. Sebab itu kita kata genuinity ataupun keaslian sesuatu projek itu harus terbit, harus datang daripada penyelidik dan juga komuniti. Jadi ini perlu jelas. Project leader, ketua projek harus jelas semua dan dia perlu jujur dalam memberikan input itu kepada komuniti. Sebab kita jangan anggap komuniti ni tak ada knowledge, ya. Kita jangan anggap komuniti ni tak tahu apa. Ya, kita jangan anggap mereka ni adalah second class atau third class punya orang. Sebab apa? Orang kata soul of community engagement ini adalah we are sharing knowledge, we are sharing the kepakaran yang kita ada. Tetapi mereka juga ada ilmu, mereka juga ada kepakaran. Jadi kita kena hormat kepakaran dan ilmu yang mereka ada, kita panggil sebagai local knowledge yang dia orang ada. Itu satu. Ini engagement pertama yang gagal dilakukan oleh penyelidik. Itu pertama, ya. So, sebab kegagalan. Engagement pertama, dan banyak kes yang saya jumpa dalam KTP adalah ini kerana saya minta maaf nak cakap sebab kerana penyelidik atau akademia hanya bergerak satu hala ataupun mereka for the sake of having grant, sebab nak dapatkan grant sahaja tanpa ada etika, nilai etika dalam menguruskan grant tersebut. Itu sebab punca kegagalan. Ya, banyak berjuta-juta duit hangus begitu saja bila projek itu gagal. Punca kegagalan kedua adalah ketua projek tidak mempunyai hubungan yang baik dengan komuniti. Dia jarang pergi tengok projek, dia hantar orang dia je. Dia jarang. Dia tak boleh pergi jumpa, dia tak boleh bersama dengan komuniti, dia tidak boleh merangsang, dia tak boleh membina pengetahuan peserta-peserta itu, maka connection, hubungan itu lama-lama makin kurang. Hubungan itu makin orang kata hambar. Maka minat peserta juga akan menjadi kurang. Kerana mereka rasa macam tidak ada give and take ataupun tidak ada komitmen yang sama banyak di antara penyelidik dan juga akademia dan juga komuniti. Ya. Yang ketiga, puncanya adalah kerana tidak dapat melihat kos sebenar projek tersebut. Okay? Dia masa disediakan bajet tu dia sebab saya kata tadi knowledge leader tu dia mesti faham, dia mesti tahu. Kalau dia tak pandai buat bajet, tiba-tiba ada benda-benda mendatang yang sepatutnya dia dah predict daripada awal. Ya, sepatutnya sebagai orang yang tahu, yang faham, dia dah boleh predict, maka kos tak cukup, duit tak boleh mohon lagi, projek sekerat jalan, duit dah habis, maka projek tak boleh berjalan. Jadi komuniti pun tak boleh buat apa, bajet dah tak ada. Jadi ini antara sebab mengapa peserta tidak dapat tidak ada minat, tidak ada motivasi di dalam melaksanakan projek tersebut. Itu antara tiga yang utamalah. Dia ada banyak lagi faktor-faktor yang boleh menyumbang kepada kemerosotan minat. Contoh lagi saya kata depa lagi terror daripada akademia. Jadi orang kampung, komuniti ni, depa lagi pakar, depa lagi tahu. Tiba-tiba yang datang tu dia macam buat-buat pandai. Ini berlaku sebab komuniti komplain. Dia kata apa yang dia bawa tu masih lagi knowledge yang dibawa tu masih bertaraf bayi lagi, belum matang lagi. Maksudnya lab based knowledge. Belum lagi dicuba lagi di dalam tempat awam, maka lab based knowledge ni dia pramatang ilmu dia. Jadi local community dia tak mau macam tu. Community dia tak nak macam tu. Community nak something yang dia boleh challenge the knowledge tu. Itu sebab dia pun nak yang murah, yang cepat, yang berkesan. Itu community punya kind of mindset. Okay, boleh ya Cik Hamzah?
Boleh. Sebab saya nampak dari satu sudut lah. Sebab bila dengan komuniti ni, dia ada yang learn, unlearn, co-learn dan relearn balik lah. Semua
Ya,
yang
betul.
ada. Jadi dua hala lah kiranya.
Ya, betul-betul.
Okay, tu soalan untuk pihak saya lah. Kok ada yang lain nak tanya soalan?
Ya, chatting dari chat box tak ada ya?
Tak ada buat masa ni. Mungkin yang lain masih belum hangat kot doktor. Jadi mungkin lepas ni ada soalan kot lepas ni.
Okey, baik-baik. Kalau tak ada apa soalan, kita teruskan lagi untuk slide yang seterusnya. Sebab slide yang seterusnya ni kita dah keluar daripada community engagement model secara spesifik saya tak touch detail, sebab tu saya berhenti sini jap untuk Q&A. Kalau tak ada kita teruskan. Okey, slide yang seterusnya adalah purpose driven. Kita kata apa yang drive kita, tujuan atau matlamat that drive us to run that project. I think that Dr. Khalida had explained to us earlier in her session, a little bit on the purpose driven. We know about demand driven, value driven, and value demand driven. So if we are actually having a demand driven kind of project, so how could we use this, how we actually construct our proposals, based on the demand driven kind of purpose, demand driven purpose, so demand driven is where demand drive engagement is the baseline or situation faced the community and receiving the research product from the institution. Based on this explanation, the community engage the institution to fulfill their needs. The community engage the institution to fulfill their needs. Demand driven. Okay, when we talk about demand driven, demand, where is the demand come from? Who demand that kind of knowledge and expertise? So definitely, when we talk about demand driven, it should come from community. It should come from community. So if we remember that when we are an academia or researcher, we're playing our role in exposing, in sharing our knowledge, our expertise through the media, either social media or mainstream media or academia or academics media, yeah, for example, publication and so forth. This is when we there will be a community who get to know about that, or who follow that kind of content sharings, yeah, or knowledge sharing. They are the group who come and approach the institution or the academia or the researcher. So the community approach, yeah, the researcher. For example, like demand driven, yeah, we can say when Dr. Zul, yeah, stainless bees founders, yeah, in we can say that founders or someone who make it popular in Malaysia, make it well known in Malaysia, yeah. So when he share all the contents about his achievement, yeah, his project in the community, so then there are other communities who come and approach him to share his knowledge at their place, at their area, in order to increase the income of the community. So, for example, the what we call that community leaders, yeah, come and approach and ask for like engagement and cooperation, or knowledge kind of what we call that sharing, knowledge enhancements of the community. So the community come and approach him because of this community get the information from the media and the channel that he used. Yeah. So how actually the community get to know him is through the community relationships and the community channels. Yeah. And then next we go to the value proposition. So this is the what we call the expertise. Yeah, this is the value that Dr. Zul will share to the uh, community. Yeah, the value that Dr. Zul will share. This is about the stainless bees honey. You know, how to propagate, how to take care, how to manage, yeah, how to harvest the honey, how to what we call that refine the honey. So this is the value that Dr. Zul offering to the community, and that is the reasons why the community have an interest, and then they attach themselves, yeah, here. Okay, this is the demand driven. And then from there, they will go into the key partners. They will develop their key activities. Yeah, key activities may be, yeah, similar with other area or other places. Yeah, maybe slightly different. And then the key resources, cost structure, and outcome stream is, so all this will follow through. Yeah, it starts with the community. This is demand driven kind of project. Yeah, it comes from the community. Yeah, and they approach the university, they approach the researcher, they approach the experts in that area. So this is demand driven. Yeah. So as an assessor, we have to look at the proposal, for example, like whether it is coming from the community or it's come from or initiated from the university. So if the project is initiated by the community, so we can say that the what we call that the intentions is genuine. The intention is really significant because the interest comes from the community. Normally, demand-driven kind of project will have more chances for the grant approval as compared to the others. Not to say that the others will have no chance, yeah. But demand-driven, the genuinity, the originality of the project is there, because of they match between their problem, they match between their needs to the expertise, to the value which is offered by the university or by the researcher. This is demand driven. Yeah. Next. So if you look at the what we call that the canvas just now, yeah, the flow. So this is where, yeah, the boxes come, yeah, one after another. It should come from here, community, and we go to the community relationship, yeah, how we engage further, yeah, and then it is because of they know our value, so we may want to include, add more values here. For example, like instead of just the madu kelulut kind of product, we can also offer a value of the business model development, where we can engage an expert from School of Management here also. Yeah, not just Dr. Zol, but we also incorporate an expert from School of Management to develop a business model here. There are experts in terms of marketing here, financial accounting, and so forth, to help them to come up with a proper business documentation and so forth. So we can incorporate other people. Yeah, we can incorporate people from biology, for example, to let the community know what sort of what we call that plants suitable for them to what we call that plant surrounding of their house, which can produce more honey and can produce what we call that 365 days flowers. Yeah, so all these we can add the value here. Maybe the at first community are interested with the stingless bees honey, so the value here can be added, yeah, to make sure the community get the best impact or the best outcome of this project. Yeah, so then it goes to key partners, key activities, key resources, cost structure, and output. So they will go through the flow as what is recommended. This is demand-driven process flow. Yeah. All right. Next, we look into the second purpose-driven, which is value-driven. Value-driven is where the project actually initiated by university or from the research institute. Yeah, for example, University of Science Malaysia, we have our expertise, catfish experts, for example. So we keep on promoting our what we call that, our knowledge on how to produce an organic catfish. Yeah. So and 100% what we call that packing pallets, or we add on some other natural resources. For example, we add on from the water plant, we add on from the azolla, for example. Yeah. So we produce an organic catfish. We have that knowledge. Yeah, we have an expert. We have the value. So then, the expert, the academia will promote. Yeah, as what I explained earlier, they promote through the contents. They promote the what we call that, the facts, the data, the explanation, and through the channels. And this is how they actually build the relationship with the community. So then the community may come to them. Yeah, may come. So, but initiated by them, or they go to the community and through the dialogue, through the what we call that, visitation. Yeah, so they go to the community and offer that kind of value. So that is how the engagement occur. Yeah, the engagement occur. So they talk to their neighbor, they talk to the community leaders, they talk to the politician, they talk to the local authorities. So this is how actually they offer the value, right, what they have to the community. So they go to the community, they approach the community. Then from there, they are able to establish an engagement with the community. So this is how the value-driven operationalize. Yeah, and most of the time, yeah, we can say that knowledge transfer program coming from academia to the community. Yeah, it is about value driven. And sometimes, yeah, as I said earlier, when the leader is not really is not knowledgeable about that project, yeah, or program, so they're unable transfer the knowledge to the community, transfer the information to the community 100% or transparently, then that's how later on the project seems to be failed halfway or fail at the end of the program. So this is about the value driven. And if we look into the model again, we can see that it starts from here, yeah, value proposition, and then reach up the community, yeah, through these community relationships and channels. And then from this, it goes to key partners, yeah, from the community, it goes to key partners, and then key activities, and then next, until up to the output and outcome streams. So this is about the value-driven purpose, yeah, or value-driven process flow. Next, the last one, yeah, the third purpose-driven, we call that value demand-driven engagement. Value demand-driven engagement is where the institution and the government agency is working together, yeah, to engage the community, to search for the relevant community, to search for the what we call the potential prospect for that value. Yeah. Okay. It is just like a government, for example, like Ministry of Agriculture. Yeah, Ministry of Agriculture. They want to help or to assist a farmers or paddy planters, for example, paddy planters with the problem of kind of what we call that uh, uh, kind of what we call that, yeah, a problem with their paddy, for example, the health of their paddy plant, yeah, and then they have this problem, and then they want to search for the experts. They approach the institution, they approach the university who have that knowledge, expertise in order to solve the what we call that this farmers paddy planters problem with regards to the produce or having a healthier paddy. Yeah. So the government approach the institutions, and then after that they know, oh, this kind of knowledge can help this group of people. So they will go into the prospect, and then they will offer, okay, we have this is the knowledge, we have the what we call that experts, we have some technology innovation, we have some, for example, fertilizer kind of innovation, way of planting the paddy innovation, for example. Then they will approach the what we call that community in needs. Then they will start find out where they can engage and where they can cooperate and work together to solve the problem. So this is where the government approach the institution, or the institution approach the government. It can happen vice versa. Yeah, government approach the institution, or institution approach the government. So they might get the information uh, uh, two-way. Yeah, either the institution actually having the knowledge that some other government agency need this kind of knowledge or this kind of expertise, this kind of innovation, then they will approach later after they have developed. So then they will work together to look for a potential community in order to help and solve the problem. So it can be like institutions with many ministries in Malaysia, many agencies in Malaysia, yeah, based on their area of knowledge. So this is where the value, yeah, the value is actually developed, or the existing value within the university tapped out by the government agency, or the value is offered to the government agency. Yeah, either the government agency tap out the value within the university, or the university offer the value to the government, and then they, yeah, find out the key partners here. This is key partners, the government here, value and key partners, and then they will go and search for the community, and then they will look into the they build up the relationship through certain channel, and they get into the community of beneficiaries, and then they start what we call that, run or develop the activities, yeah, to run that project, and they go into the cost resources, key resources, cost structure, and output and outcome. So if you look at this model, yeah, this is where key partners, the government and the institution, value where the value is. They will, it appear at one time. Yeah, you see the color is the same. They appear at one time. They are the initiator. Yeah, they initiate both at one time. Yeah, meaning after they have agreed to the problem, they agreed to the solution, then they seek for the community through this uh, relationship and channels. Yeah, then they look for the prospect or related community in needs. Yeah. Okay. So that's all for our actually community engagement model, yeah, today, where the purpose driven that I have explained just now is actually help you to categorize, yeah, help you to know whether your project is value demand driven, whether your project is demand driven, or whether your project is value driven. Yeah, as a leader, as a researcher, yeah, you need, you have to know, and you need to be able, yeah, to identify, to classify your project is under which purpose driven. Yeah, because of when you want to start, you know where you should start and how you should start your project, and it helps you to get your things done properly according to the model. Yeah, so it is not always demand driven, it is not always value driven, and there is also an options for value demand driven to happen at a time. Yeah, so I hope, yeah, with this explanation, yeah, and if you maybe want to get more understanding on this, either you can refer to the University Community Engagement Leadership Toolkit, yeah, as I showed earlier, yeah, the books, and you can always watch again. I think this video in the YouTube channel for you to more or less like digest the knowledge or the information in a better way. Yeah. So I think I have to stop at this point. And then I would like to welcome for any sharing of information or any what we call the issues within this kind of topic, yeah, or your past experiences and so forth, so that we are able to help whichever we can, or I can clarify whichever I can in order to help you to come out with a very impactful project or program. With that, so I hand over to Encik Hamzah to facilitate the session further. Thank you very much.
Andai kata biasanya akademia mempunyai masalah untuk mendapatkan output, outcome dengan impact. Jadi apakah cara yang mudah untuk memahami perbezaan tiga-tiga ni? Outcome, output dengan impact. Maksudnya sebab benda-benda ni yang biasanya diminta lah dalam bila kita nak apply grant kan.
Okay. Outcome, output dan impact.
Ya, saya.
Okay. Kalau kita lihat dalam ni ya, dalam slide ni dia kata kat sini output, outcome streams, ya. Okay. Kita boleh lihat ya, dalam sebelum kita dalam proses kita melaksanakan projek, output ya adalah hasil immediate, hasil langsung. Bila input, proses, output. Ya, macam kita kata input, kita masuk, kita ambil tepung, kita kacau, proses, kita buat dough, output dia katalah kuih cokodok. Itu output yang straight, dia mudah, ya, maksudnya dia straight, input output, input proses output, itu dalam operation. Bila kita kata output, ya, dan tu apakah outcome dia? Okey, outcome bila dia setelah kita dapat output, kita jual, katalah cok kodok tu. Kita bagi knowledge macam mana nak buat cok kodok, input, output, input, proses output, jual cok kodok kita jual. Outcome-nya adalah dalam bentuk dollars and cent. Ya, maksudnya itu outcome yang kita jangkakan adalah dia meningkatkan pendapatan, menjadikan produk itu lebih lebih boleh dipasarkan, ya. Itu outcome dia, outcome daripada proses yang daripada program yang kita buat. Outcome-nya adalah dollars and cent, meningkatkan dia punya taraf hidup, meningkatkan kebolehpasaran cokodok tu contohnya. Itu outcome, ya. Selepas daripada output. Manakala impact dilihat daripada sudut the long life of the long life of the knowledge, maksudnya kelestarian ilmu itu, itu impact. Kelestarian ilmu ni bermaksud ilmu tu boleh dipakai ataupun hasil tu boleh dipakai lama. Maksudnya inovasi dalam membuat cok kodok tadi tu, sebelum kita renew dia dan sebagainya, dia boleh diguna lama dan orang boleh replicate, copy this sustainable knowledge tu, ya. Itu adalah impact. Yang memberi impact maksudnya daripada satu grup orang yang menerima manfaat, dia boleh menjadi 10, 15, macam tu. Maksudnya, contoh kalau kita lihat, ya, contoh projek Madu Kelulut ni, dia sudah mencapai impact yang tinggi. Impaknya kerana sampai ke projek ni dah banyak, dia dah beranak banyak, dia dah replicate banyak sehingga ke Sabah, Sarawak dan sebagainya. Banyak komuniti yang mendapat manfaat daripada program ini, ya. Small medium industries ataupun individuals in the society and communities dah mula menjinak-jinakkan diri untuk buat projek ini, ya, dengan modal yang kita kata minima, maka dia sudah memberi impak. Itu impak, ya. Impak ni dia sudah boleh memberi kepada skala yang besar. Ya, kalau kita kata ada Dr. Zul juga daripada PPSK, ya, yang dia buat kerusi roda, ya, untuk OKU contohnya. Ya, dia juga bila golongan sasarnya bertambah besar, mula dia mungkin membuat dengan komuniti A. Kemudian ada komuniti B, komuniti yang juga menerima manfaat daripada projek itu oleh kerana kerusi roda dia yang mesra pelanggan ataupun mesra pengguna tadi, maka golongan sasar penerima manfaat itu besar. Maka bila dia besar, maka di situlah nilai impact ataupun kita kata sustainability of the project and also the penerima manfaatnya bertambah dan boleh diulang cetak. Maksudnya dia boleh diulang cetak ilmu tu kat mana-mana dan mereka mendapat manfaat. Jadi itu perbezaan di antara output, outcome dan impact. Boleh jelas, eh?
Jelas, Doktor. Jadi andai kata kalau kita tak dapat keluarkan impak dalam bila kita merancang untuk buat projek ni, bermaksud projek kita ni tak berapa bagus ke macam mana, Doktor?
Bila kita nak memulakan projek ini, pertama kita kena faham, ya, bagaimana kita boleh menyebarluaskan ilmu dan kepakaran kita, ya, dan kita kena kenal pasti golongan sasarnya supaya projek itu benar-benar memberi impak. Kalau projek kita tidak memberi impak, bermakna pertama mungkin kita tak tahu siapa sebenarnya yang boleh menerima manfaat daripada projek kita. Kita tak mampu nak kenal pasti. Ataupun kita tak cukup orang kata mencari laluan bagaimana ilmu ataupun apa yang kita buat itu boleh memberi impak kepada golongan sasar ataupun penerima yang lebih besar. Jadi mungkin dia memberi manfaat kepada kelompok itu, tetapi dia tidak boleh memberi manfaat kepada orang lain. Jadi maksudnya impak dia sangat kecil. Kita panggil sebagai one time off saja. Kadang-kadang dia one time off, dia sekejap saja. Jadi bukan kita kata dia tak berjaya, dia berjaya tetapi sangat rendahlah daripada sudut markah impaknya. Ya, markah impaknya rendah. Kalau misal kata contohlah ya, ada projek-projek komuniti yang dibuat di pusat-pusat tahfiz ataupun sekolah-sekolah agama bersendirian. Kalau dia boleh run lagi, maksudnya kalau kata dia buat projek aquaponik ataupun dia buat hidroponik, dia buat projek tanaman sayur secara lestari dan sebagainya, dia boleh run lagi. Maksudnya dia boleh roll, dia boleh ulang. Kepada projek itu dia impactful. Tapi kepada komuniti dia impactful tetapi dia tidak membesar impak. Jadi maksudnya impak dia ada tapi kecil. Sedangkan ilmu tu boleh direplicate. Ya? Maksudnya golongan sasar ni kena cari lagi. Supaya mereka boleh replicate ilmu tu dan dikembangbiakkan dia supaya sekali kita invest, banyak orang yang dapat manfaat daripada ilmu tu. Jadi itu contoh yang mudah boleh saya bagilah.
Kita ada soalan daripada ruangan komen daripada Encik Amin Nakiuddin. Soalan dia, apakah elemen yang paling penting untuk memastikan sebuah community engagement projek yang melibatkan akademia, PTJ dan juga komuniti terpilih itu dapat dijalankan dengan jaya?
Okey, macam mana satu projek itu boleh jalankan dengan jayanya? Bila bekerja dengan ramai orang ni macam-macam masalah lah. Ya, itu sudah pasti. Ya, bila kita bekerja dengan macam, sebab kita daripada, kalau kita lihat daripada slide ni, ya, kita daripada institution, kemudian kita ada community, kemudian kita ada key partners. Jadi sebagai pemegang kepada kepakaran daripada sudut ilmu tu, ya, dia harus jelas apa yang dia nak buat, dia harus jelas dengan ilmu dia harus jelas dengan inovasi dia, ya. Kemudian dia perlu memindahkan benda tu kepada komuniti. Jadi kalau dia tidak boleh memindahkan kepada komuniti, maka itu satu punca masalah ataupun gagal. Jadi kena memindahkan ilmu itu kepada komuniti itu juga memerlukan satu keupayaan daripada sudut kreativiti, inovasi, ketabahan dan kesabaran. Kemudian mendapatkan kerjasama daripada key partners ni juga. Ya, perlu kita punya komitmen, kita perlu rajin berhubung, kita rajin bertemu, berbincang dan sebagainya untuk membawa atau memberi manfaat kepada komuniti. Jadi dia bukan dalam community engagement ataupun dalam community project, dia bukan sekadar ilmu, dia bukan sekadar kepakaran, dia bukan sekadar inovasi. Dia ada banyak elemen-elemen lain yang sangat menyumbang kepada kejayaan tersebut. Ya, pertama, saya katakan adalah komitmen daripada ketua program. Itu sangat-sangat penting. Kemudian human relation, perhubungan sesama manusia. Macam mana kita develop, ya, perhubungan kita dengan komuniti, perhubungan kita dengan partner kita. So human development ini memerlukan ada bentuk what we call that element of what we call, ya, ada human oriented. Ya, dia ada orientasi kemanusiaan. Dia bila dia berhubung dengan manusia itu, dia pandai menghormati orang, dia boleh mendengar, dia boleh berbincang, dia boleh meraihkan orang. Jadi dia human relation skills ni, interpersonal skills ni juga perlu ada kepada seorang ketua penyelidik ni supaya dia boleh menjadikan ilmu dia, kepakaran dia itu mesra kepada partner dia, mesra kepada dia punya komuniti yang dia nak pindahkan. Dan dia juga harus bijak berkomunikasi menggunakan bahasa mudah ataupun layman term, ya, bahasa mudah yang tidak begitu scientific, yang tidak begitu technical, kepada komuniti untuk menerima ilmu itu dengan dalam orang kata apa, dalam cara bersahaja, dan dia boleh absorb ilmu itu dalam cara dia, dengan cara dia. Jadi sebab tu saya kata tadi, medium of communication, medium of interaction, technique of communication, semua perlu ada kepada ketua penyelidik itu dan tim dia untuk dia menjayakan. Jadi ada faktor-faktor kita panggil external factors ataupun human relation factors, ya, yang membantu untuk menjayakan. Kalau kita datang dalam keadaan yang kita orang kata apa, separuh matang, ya, ilmu pun tak cukup kuat untuk kita meyakinkan mereka, kemudian cara kita berkomunikasi juga tidak betul, maka ini juga antara sebab menyumbang kepada kegagalan sesuatu projek, ya. Jadi saya kata, apa yang saya katakan di sini bahawa human development aspect of the community, human interpersonal relations aspect of the project leaders dan juga partners adalah sangat penting, ya. Communication is very vital, ya, sangat penting dalam menjayakan community engagement projek ni, ya. Itu yang saya boleh bagi pandangan lah dalam konteks ni.
Okay, menarik tu doktor, sebab maksudnya untuk kita berhubung, nak jalinkan perhubungan dengan partner dan juga komuniti tu menjadi salah satu elemen yang sangat penting lah yang saya nampak.
Ya, betul.
Jadi
betul.
mungkin untuk yang kurang berpengalaman, mungkin yang ni lah skill yang perlu kita bentuk lah. Mungkin awal-awal projek mungkin kurang, tapi insyaAllah yang ni yang boleh kita baikilah untuk kemudian. Jadi kita ada soalan yang seterusnya daripada Dr. Khatijah. Saya nampak soalan ni macam kurang tak habis ayat. Mungkin Dr. Khatijah boleh bertanya?
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Saya start video.
Oh, boleh.
Okey. Assalamualaikum, saya Dr. Kati dari Kejuruteraan.
Okey.
Saya nak tanya macam mana nak mula untuk adakah perlu saya ikut dulu projek yang dah ada untuk dapatkan pengalaman, atau macam mana untuk saya mulakan lah? Tu yang soalan saya nak tanyalah.
Okey. Baik, terima kasih kepada Dr. Khatijah atas soalan yang baik, ya. Okey, okey, saya nak jawab beginilah, ya. Pertama, ini kalau kita kata sebagai value driven, ya, value driven, kita ada kepakaran daripada segi teknologi, inovasi ataupun apapun, dan bila kita ada kepakaran itu, bila kita buat research, kita tahu research itu untuk siapa. Maksudnya sasaran kita siapa, ya. Dan kita tahu bahawa research findings kita tu ataupun research produk kita tu boleh menyelesaikan masalah siapa dan apa, masalah apa dan siapa. Okey. Bila kita dah kenal pasti sasaran kita ni, walaupun kita kata kadang-kadang research tu masih lagi pramatang, ya, results dia pramatang, masih lagi lab based punya results, ya. Cuba berkolaborasi dulu dengan secara sukarela, ya, secara sukarela untuk kita menguji ilmu yang kita ada, research findings yang kita ada itu di dunia realiti, ya. Cuba sama ada jiran ke, keluarga ke, ataupun dalam universiti ke, kita nak tengok bagaimana dia bereaksi dalam dunia nyata. Okay, itu satu, ya. Itu kaedah yang mula untuk kita dapatkan confidence level. Kalau kita yang orang baru, ya, confidence level. Bila kita dah buat tu, mungkin kita akan detect outliers ataupun unexpected things yang berlaku, ya, di luar kawalan kita masa kita buat eksperimen, ya, lab experiment whatsoever. Dan itu kita akan ambil, we will take note on that and we will keep that. If the same thing happen in the community, then we more or less know what are the root cause, what would be the contributors to that problems. Yeah, we may identify, but case to case basis may differ, but at least we have basic understanding on why the things happen. Itu satu. Or else itu satu kaedah before we go try, and then after that we share lah the content. Kita buka kita punya Instagram, kita buat kita punya Twitter, kita buat kita punya Facebook ke apa mengenai kepakaran kita start sharing sehingga maybe like it is good ya kalau kita tengok dalam Facebook. Saya bagi contoh ya, dalam Facebook kita ada komuniti penternak ikan air tawar, kita ada komuniti ternakan cendawan, kita ada komuniti kebun sayur, kita ada komuniti lebah kedulut. So if we develop that, for example, Dr. Khatijah be a members ataupun create that, and then from there kita akan tengok banyak chatting yang berkaitan, soalan-soalan berkaitan dengan kepakaran kita, and from there kita boleh tap komuniti ataupun siapa-siapa yang mungkin nakkan ilmu kita. From there we can tap. Kita boleh extend our conversation, our communication with that people, with that what we call that respondents or prospect customers, and then from there we create engagement. Ya, itu kaedah yang kita boleh mulakan. We can initiate from now on. Ya, alright. Antara lain kita be a members of a team yang buat projek berkaitan dengan kepakaran kita. Okay, for example, kita kata multidisciplinary kind of project. Ya, either team itu daripada USM ataupun team itu daripada universiti lain. So how we can be part of the team? We have to promote ourselves lah. We would like to be part. If any team would like to buat projek macam ni, saya boleh sumbangkan kepakaran saya. I can contribute my expertise on this area. So we have to look for the opportunity. Itu salah satu kaedah. Dan yang ketiga yang pernah dijawab oleh Tuan Syed hari itu adalah come to BGM. Come to BGM and then store, orang kata deposit you punya expertise, ya, bagi tahu kat dia what is your expertise, what is your area, and then BGM can help you to sort out the community yang memerlukan kepakaran itu, can help you to sort out, ya, can dia boleh promote kan kepakaran yang kita ada ini kepada government agencies and so forth. So from there ya, kalau the knowledge is needed, then you will be called for the project. Itu adalah tiga yang kita faham dalam how to develop, how to initiate a project is from there. Ya, pertama yang saya katakan tadi, kaedah kita buat sendiri dulu, kita engage kecil-kecilan dulu, and from there kita enlarge the project. Ya, and then kedua melalui social media tadi, be part of the community, or you are the one who develop that community and share your expertise. And then yang ketiga, you can go to for example like BGM, or you can go to the ministry ataupun government agencies yang memerlukan kepakaran Dr. Khatijah. Ya, Dr. Khatijah mungkin boleh explain to them if they need any help whatsoever, and you can be part of the team in solving the problem of the community. Itu antara tiga. Mungkin ada lagi banyak cara yang boleh, tapi saya nampak realistic adalah tiga cara ini. Itu saja. Itu yang saya boleh jawab, Dr. Khatijah, ya. Saya harap memuaskan.
Maaf Dr. Khatijah yang buat wastewater hari tu Dr. Khatijah?
Tak bukan saya, orang lain ni.
Oh lain lah. Okay.
Okay, terima kasih Doktor.
Okay, sama.
Okey, terima kasih Dr. Khatijah. Mungkin ni Doktor, ada setengah contohnya macam yang lepas, ada kepakaran dia untuk menyelesaikan isu wastewater. Tapi itulah, dia tak nampak komuniti mana dia nak approach. Lebih kurang macam tu lah, kebanyakan isu dia lebih kurang macam tu.
Ya, itulah yang saya katakan tadi bahawa sekiranya dia ada kepakaran, dia boleh gunakan tiga kaedah tu dulu. Tiga kaedah yang saya katakan tadi tu untuk dia initiate atau memulakan dia punya langkah dalam community project. Ya, saya ingat saya ada follow tu. Saya ada dengar soalan tu yang pasal wastewater, sebab hari tu kan Tuan Syed pun ada cakap memang wastewater management ni sangat diperlukan Sangat diperlukan. Jadi dia yang Tuan Syed kata dia boleh datang ke BGIM ya untuk deposit dia punya kepakaran tu dan orang kata nanti BGIM akan connect ya, akan menghubungkan dia dengan mana-mana yang memerlukan kepakaran dia tu.
Okey, sementara kita tunggu soalan yang lain, kalau ada soalan, saya nak berkongsikan bahagian jaringan industri dan masyarakat juga ada membuat klinik CE program. Jadi saya nak share dia punya page dia, saya. Okey, ni adalah dia punya poster semua. Jadi buat mana-mana akademia yang mempunyai idea ataupun projek, tak semestinya proposal tu dalam maksudnya tengah nak apply. Mungkin dah ada proposal lama pun, kalau nak ketengahkan boleh hubungi nombor di dalam poster ni untuk mendapat khidmat kepakaran ataupun nasihat daripada BGIM lah untuk menghasilkan proposal yang baik lah untuk projek-projek CE. Jadi boleh buka di facebook.com/bgimusm, boleh tengok dia punya poster kat situ. Walaupun nama Facebook masih Innovation for Komuniti, inovasi, tapi ni Facebook untuk BGIM lah. Saya nampak kongsian pada hari ni sangat bermanfaat, terlebih lagi dalam menghasilkan output yang baik ataupun penghasilan projek kita berjaya. Saya nampak hubungan dengan komuniti ataupun komuniti capaian kita tu kena baik lah. Dan untuk mendapatkan capaian yang baik dengan komuniti, kita kena telus dalam berkongsi perjalanan projek yang kita nak jalankan. Dan juga kita kena ada kreativiti, kesabaran, skill komunikasi dan juga komitmen sebagai ketua projek. Kita kena ada elemen-elemen tu untuk berkongsi, untuk bercakap dengan komuniti. Secara sikit sebanyak macam tu lah. Jadi saya ucapkan terima kasih lagi kepada Dr. Anuar. Harap kalau ada sebarang persoalan ataupun mahukan pengisian yang berkaitan dengan community engagement project tetapi nak detail dan bahagian mana-mana, boleh juga request kepada pihak kami lah untuk kami hasilkan satu siri webinar khas untuk permintaan tersebut.
Dr. Zul, Kelantan, apa khabar?
Baik, alhamdulillah. Selamat dengan taklim. Terima kasih.
Ada saya sebut tadi Dr. Zul, nama Dr. Zul.
Terima kasih.
Banyak projek lagi ya Dr. Zul?
Alhamdulillah masih lagi berjalan, cumanya kita panggil kita banyak terhenti sikit lah sebab PKP. Tapi insyaAllah kita panggil kita sedang memperkemaskan lah sistem.
Ya. Harap-haraplah projek itu akan berkembang lagi banyak lah lepas ni ya Dr. Zul.
InsyaAllah dan cumanya untuk kita nak kekuatan kepada KPI Universiti, kita kena sekarang ni masih lagi berteraskan kepada komuniti dan kita nak pergi pada research lah pula ni yang consolidate tu. So alhamdulillah, so kalau kiranya pada tahun ini kita sedang proses untuk consolidate system. Dulu kita hanya kita buat projek. So the main objective is to make sure that project dia sustain. Bila kita dalam peringkat kita nak buat projek yang sustain ni, sebab kita buat benda baru, banyak trial and error dan kita tak boleh nak guna strict according to the system ke sebagainya. So once kita dah sekarang ni alhamdulillah.
Dr. Khatijah boleh belajar daripada Dr. Zul ni.
Tak ada. Saya masih lagi belajar sendiri. Masih belajar lagi banyak lagi. Masih banyak lagi nak belajar. Itu pun nasib baik dengan Translate dan Cik Azim banyak bantulah. Alhamdulillah. Dan dan cabaran kita adalah untuk nak cari sebab apa benda nak kata macam mana nak sebab saya berasaskan kepada kita panggil untuk OKU, tapi sebenarnya ia perlu melibatkan banyak lagi pihak lain seperti untuk pengukuran dari segi segi sosial, pengukuran dari segi financial, pengukuran dari segi komunikasi dan sebagainya yang mungkin kita perlu jaringan untuk kita panggil kerjasama daripada pakar-pakar berkenaan. Tapi insyaAllah lah saya sedang prepare dia punya kandungan nanti untuk kita buat sharing dalam dalam kita punya projek anjuran BGIM ni. Terima kasih
InsyaAllah.
Tuan Awal. Terima kasih banyak.
InsyaAllah.
Okey. Tahniah Dr. Zul.
Tak ada, masih belajar lagi.
Okey ya. Dah sudah ke Zah?
Okay,
Hamzah?
sudah. Jadi itu sahaja untuk hari ini. Kita tamatkan kita punya majlis dengan surah Al-As dan surah Al-Kifarah. Wal-As innal insana lafi lazina amanu wa amilus solihati wassaw bihaqqi wa tawassaw bil haqqi. Okay, saya mewakili pihak penganjur. Saya mohon maaf sekiranya ada sebarang kekurangan ataupun sepanjang saya laksanakanlah untuk handle program pada hari ini. Jadi terima kasih semua sebab stay untuk hari ini. Jadi insyaAllah jumpa minggu depan sekiranya berkelapangan insyaAllah. Baik semua. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Saya tahniah Vijay.